Yes, let's go.
It's good because
But you paused.
Yeah.
So, hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Diverse Brew. This is your host, Abdulrahman.
Hi guys, and this is Ives, your other host. Thank you for joining yet again to our chill
Journey, chit chat.
chit-chat, Diverse Brew. Thank you once again for coming to watch us. What coffee are you having today, boss?
Thank you, boss. I'm having Ethiopia actually. I'm having Ethiopia. Yeah,
Wow, that's
Diverse.
good.
It's really nice. I like it.
Do you want to tell us a bit more about your cup, since you're someone who takes coffee?
First of all, I like the cup itself.
Okay.
I really like it. I think I'm gonna take it home.
You're gonna take it home?
I might buy it. I might just forget it in my bag, just in case. If you have
At least we have that on camera now,
Yes.
you know. So
just in case.
we have that on camera just in case.
What's inside
and this cup, you know.
I like it. By the way, I'm now hesitating whether to forget the black cup in my bag or the green cup in my
The
bag.
green is, sustainability, or
I might forget both. One
Both?
for me, one for my wife.
of one for Sammy.
Sam is gonna break it definitely.
But I
for
like
now-
how these cups are made. You know, they are double.
Are they double walled? Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you can't feel the heat when you touch it.
That's exactly I
know,
noticed because
the-
the coffee was boiling at
And the
first.
size is really good. You know,
I think
really,
it's
really
like
good. Yeah.
250, 350.
250.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
And not all the cups, all of them are custom made. They are handmade.
That's really nice.
You can't have the same exactly two cups.
I bet I'm gonna forget it in my bag because a cup like this must be expensive. So I'm having Ethiopia, the Bensa, and I like it. It's really rich in flavor. Like you feel kind of citric.
What notes? Yeah.
Citric.
I'm not a Q grader, but I have an idea.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Being so, I'm following my friend's step. So like I don't know, feel like red fruit, chocolate things, but it's really nice. I like it. Thank you
like
for
it?
suggesting that because it
Okay.
is your suggestion actually.
Afiyet soon.
Merci. Chops out.
So now, since today we'll be talking about varsity life, you know, this is an interesting topic. Before we jump onto that, I think I should give you a small little quiz. You know, those pop-up quizzes that you used to have in class.
Is it going to be like an every episode thing?
Yeah, like, I hope
just for me to know whether I should be prepared, whether I should go back to my student life. I
hope this is
I need to be
also
prepared.
educational as well to coffee lovers there. You know, we throw in one or two.
Yeah, because look, I feel like a lot of people just drink coffee, but they don't really understand. And I think if he adds a lot of syrups to the coffee and a lot of sugar. I think it is a drink to be appreciated, to be honest. It is, some people...
For someone who grew up drinking Nescoffee or quick coffee, I don't think he's doing bad, you know. You have to shift, adjust to yourself, you know. You have to appreciate, you know.
Yes.
The cup of coffee, you know, the process it's gone through.
It is.
From the farm to the cup.
Sometimes my wife tells me she feels like I enjoy making the coffee more than drinking the coffee itself. And to be honest, that's not completely true, but I really do enjoy making coffee.
Okay.
And now I'm using air fryer to roast my own coffee, and that's a whole new experience.
Bro, you're always experimenting, like with
Science! Science!
with a lot of
Bitch.
things. Yeah. Let's mind our language, and then we move on.
I can't. I can't. In the very first episode, I said, I'm sorry, everyone. I think I'm going to be insulted. And by the way, your topic is going to be a little bit of a trigger for me. I might lose it. Sometimes I feel like I was born to offend people. Give it to people. Maybe
As it
not.
is.
Yeah,
You say your mind.
exactly. I mean, this is, what did you call it? A safe space.
Okay.
I can share whatever I want.
Yeah, bro, we're chit-chatting, bro. We're all
Exactly.
entitled to our own opinions.
Right?
Um,
Hit me with your questions. Hit me, baby, one more time. Go ahead.
you are gay.
Why are you gay?
Anyway, now, let me see. The first question is the simplest question, bro. Should be...
The simplest might be the most complicated, but go ahead.
Okay. Come on, tell me the two coffee beans.
Okay, that's simple. Robusta or Arabica?
Okay, what's the difference?
The flavor, the shape, the stiffness, lots of things. I mean, if I start to count, I don't think I'm going to finish. That's just me.
You got away with that. I'll give you that. Does coffee dehydrate you?
To be honest, I'm not really sure about the scientific facts, but
Okay.
I would speak personally.
Yes.
I tend to use the toilet way too often when I drink coffee.
Yes.
So might, but another time I had the flu and I was asking the doctor, what am I supposed to do? And he's like, drink lots of fluid. I was like, water? He said, no, coffee, tea, whatever you can drink. The fact that he mentioned coffee,
Yeah.
I didn't ask him, but I think it doesn't dehydrate you. I think it's just normal fluid. Now me counterattack you.
Counterattack me.
Counterattack.
Okay.
Why doesn't it dehydrate? Since
What?
you asked me.
Technically, coffee is 98% water, so
That's why.
that's why it doesn't.
You passed your own test.
Of course, bro. I am the Anyway.
The coffee man.
yes, the coffee man. So
That's 2 questions. Is it going to be 2 or 3?
it's 3 questions. The third one is, who is the biggest exporter of coffee beans? Din, 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 din.
I am going to throw 2 countries because I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Either Colombia or Brazil. One of these 2.
Try again.
Can't-
Yeah, it's one of the 2.
Can't be Ethiopia, to be honest. Yemen is almost, that's it. It's
But
hard.
they've got one of the best coffee beans
Yes.
in the world.
Like, that's why I'm drinking.
No, not Ethiopia, Yemen.
Yemen, yeah, of course.
Yeah, they've got
Because
one
like,
of the
the rarer it is, the better it is. Colombia. Brazil?
Yes, bro. You tried.
Cool.
2 out of 3.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, you've
I
passed.
nicked it.
Yeah,
Almost
yeah,
there.
yeah, you
Almost
passed. You know, as a student, you just want to get 50% and move on with your life.
there. To be honest, as a student, I think I'm going to be really happy. I got few D's in my school time, and I was really happy just to pass the test
Just to
itself.
pass, yeah.
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 Which
Did you like studying?
I hated studying. The other day, my wife was telling me, we were walking and we passed her school and stuff, and she was like, oh, I miss school days. I was like, oh, I fucking hate school days. Since I was a kid, I never liked school. I go to school forcefully, but yeah, I never liked school, to be honest.
Forcefully. So who used to?
My mom.
Same
My
as
mom,
us.
my mom had the authority, so yeah, she literally forced me to go to school. If I can go back in time, I would go to school, but maybe not university.
Not university.
Yeah, I studied for no good reason, honestly.
So, in in a few words, can you tell us about your experience in varsity, your lifestyle, what you used to do?
I believe we covered it in a previous episode. So, guys, if you want, watch the first episode, the pilot.
Yeah.
We talked briefly about that. But in summary, I would say, look, as I told you in the beginning of this episode, this topic is kind of a trigger for me. I'll try my best to keep it professional this time. But hey, I cannot promise. So, university system is mainly now business. It's not education.
That's true.
It is
Since
like
you've also worked in
exactly
the student recruitment and
like
stuff.
I was
you know,
student
yeah.
and then student recruiter, and then now I'm doing real estate, which is still I'm dealing mainly with students,
yeah.
and I can see what's going on. No, a student is literally a product from the moment they decide to go to the university. And I'm not speaking about public universities because they're something else. I'm speaking about private universities.
Okay.
Because public, they're not making money. So it is mostly education. But private universities, that's mainly business. For us as student
sorry to cut you. I just want to stay on course so we finish everything because we're going to start straying. The topic is broad.
Yes.
So I want to keep it within
Exactly.
our framework.
Exactly.
So any give and takes for your time in university, what did you benefit?
Building connections was a good thing for me.
Okay.
I got to know a lot of people, and that's now something I'm noticing. Nowadays, students are not doing it. And this is something I'm noticing from the rentals, not from the student recruitments.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk about that. I built connections. I have many friends in many few different countries, which is a good thing. Other than that, nothing. Studying abroad is also a whole completely different thing.
Okay.
Because I believe, like, let's say, now my Sami,
Yeah.
I spoke earlier about whether he wants to go to university or not. One day he decides he's going to go to the university, definitely he's going abroad.
Abroad, yeah.
To whatever country, because
No
that,
two ways about it.
yeah, it's impossible.
Because
he will
sometimes-
never study in the same place where I am in, because that's what shapes you.
Yeah,
You're
exactly,
taking your own
that's true.
decision. You make your own mistakes. You correct your own
You
mistakes.
correct your own mistakes as well, yeah.
I hate
This-
when I
okay.
hate when students were coming to Cyprus back in the day when I was doing the recruitment with the whole family, the mother, the father, the siblings, and I'm like, first of all, it's harder for me, and second of all, like when you give the students everything ready, I mean, why did you send them abroad to begin with if you're preparing everything for them? So yeah, still inside the cage.
Me and you have had, like, during our varsity days, we can really say we almost had the lifestyle, you know. We used to work
Yes.
most of the time. It's either you're in school or you're in work
Or freelancing.
or freelancing. But
Yeah.
most of the time, before we completed school, we would okay, I had 2 phases of uni. As I talked to you about,
Yeah.
you guys about it in the first episode, I went to uni due to financial reasons. I had to drop out and try and get my
Shit together.
shit together.
You know the most successful people are dropouts? Yes. Like, look at Mark, look at Bill Gates, look at all these big names. Dropouts.
So you think you're on that?
I think you're on the right path.
But then they didn't go back to uni. I went back to uni. Okay, the reason why I went back to uni was because I needed, how can I say, since I was too much in business and stuff, so I needed something that would, you know, reinforce it, you know.
Yes.
It came to me like a natural. I never used to study when I was uni.
Cool.
I would just go to school, and now I was more mature than my first
I am very sorry.
phase when I was uni. During those times, you were always going to uni, meet up with your friends, drink. But then I learned that was one of the things that used to distract me,
Yeah.
you know? So the older I became, go to uni, attend my lectures, go back to work,
And repeat.
and repeat, and repeat. And when the exams come, without even studying,
Exactly.
you just go,
You
you
would
do
pass
what
with
you
flying
do,
colors.
and you're out of it, you know? So since I'm doing a lot of business and building up a lot of brands, I thought just having a background in business administration
Yeah.
degree would just, you know, it wasn't something that was paining me.
Which is a really wise decision, to be
yeah,
honest.
you know, something you can fall back, you know.
What you chose is a really good thing for your business.
You see? So
Like
when I look back, even from high school, I wasn't that kind of person who was like, how can I say, academic.
yeah,
I would never study, but I would never fail.
yeah.
My parents were like, bro, what time will you study? What you gonna do? But I never failed. It was always mediocre, you know, mediocre vibes, and I was just sailing through with everyone, you know. And my sister used to ask me, bro, I've never seen you studying. How do you manage to pass? Like, how do you manage to go through to the next level? And I was like, bro, it is what it is.
It is what
On
it
the
is.
other hand, again, now I'm talking about sports aspects, you know. I used to be an athlete. I used to run hurdles. 100.
I remember that I outran you last year here downstairs.
The nice thing is
But
there's
the last step,
I,
once I'm like, you know what? I think I won. You know the turtle and the
guys,
rabbit?
don't worry, we will upload our race.
You know what? Let's
as
do another
evidence.
one.
Yeah.
Let's do another one.
Okay, cool.
And record it.
Okay, cool.
You're gonna see my back, my friend.
You wanted to say something raw. I could see you holding it.
Let's see. Be ready. There's gonna be a race between me and a former athlete.
And you guys, we were gonna open a poll. Who's
But it's not gonna
win?
be 20 meters race, because you know sometimes the acceleration from 0 to whatever speed.
Bro, we're gonna do a proper 100-meter race.
100-meter race.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I'll smoke you, bro.
That's deal. Watch out.
So watch out for our race, guys. Also,
Prizes?
coming back to the conversation.
I'm gonna relate to you because during my school days, I have a confession. I hope that the confession doesn't harm me in my future life. To be honest, I don't care. My mom used to write my own homeworks. I swear to God, but like high school or something. My mom used to do my homeworks because I would just go back from school and I would just go play outside and sleep. And my mom would ask me, "Don't you have a homework?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And she was like, "When are you gonna do it?" I'm
Your
like,
mom was a teacher as well.
She was a teacher
Yeah,
herself.
my mom's a teacher. But
And
my mom,
every year, she was like, "This year, he's gonna fail." And here's the thing: I'd be the first in the class, and she was like, "I don't even know how that's happening." Me myself, I didn't know how that was happening because the system was bad. I mean, that's not fair. Someone studying the whole year, and another person just chilling the whole year, and they get the same thing, or what
it
worse.
is what it is, man.
It is what
this
it
is
is.
life, man. You
It
know?
is like IQ.
So yeah, moving on to so now being in a country that I couldn't speak their language, you know, Turkish, you know.
Yes.
For me and you know, it's been
That was
like,
a holdback. There
it's
are a lot of things we
setback.
could have achieved.
You could have achieved, but now you take maybe a year or two trying to learn, trying to fit into the culture. It's not only the language; it's the culture as well.
Yes. Can I interrupt you?
Okay, yes.
And now I'm gonna offend a lot of people. I'm gonna blame it on two parties. I'm gonna blame it on the recruiters, former me, and I'm gonna blame it on the students, unlike you. Recruiters,
No,
they
I'll
were,
blame it also on the. Do you know, bro? When we came here, they showed us south side pictures of the cities.
yes, that's what
all
I
these
said.
kind of things,
That's what
you
I
know?
said. I'm blaming it on the recruiters because recruiters, they used to do this. For example, I'm not gonna mention names, but come here. Job is waiting for you. University is waiting for you. If you want to apply to work at the university, you can
Yes.
do that. And there is like a job opportunity here and there and everything. And how much does it cost to live in here? They would tell you like $200 when it's costing you like $1,000 or something. So false promises, like full false promises.
So it
That's
was
not-
catfishing.
I thankfully did not do it myself.
Yeah.
I can even bring up example. Many students of mine, they would call me and tell me, "Hey man, I'm coming to this country," and especially young ones, whoever's gonna start from zero. And I would really ask them, "Do you have another chance to go somewhere else?" And if they say yes, I would tell them, "Please go there," because this country where we are right now,
Yeah.
it is good for whoever cannot go to, let's say, Europe,
Okay,
USA,
bad passports,
Canada.
yeah.
Students with bad passport,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Number two, I'm going to blame it on the students because students could not, how to say, students somehow always miss out on the chance of fitting in a group. Okay.
So do you think, coming back to the conversation again, Abdulrahman?
Let me call out students. Just one thing.
Let's
Just one thing. I'm sorry. My students, former students, newly coming students, whoever you are, and this is a problem that I really stopped advising students and renters about because I just had enough. People or students, they somehow tend to gravitate towards their communities, and you would find, for example, some of my Sudani renters, students, tenants.
Yeah.
First thing they would ask me, where do the Sudani students live? And I would say, in that neighborhood. They were like, find me a student in there. And I'm like, why? Just go live somewhere else. No. Russian-speaking students, they want to live among Russian-speaking people, Arabs, Turkish, whatever. They always want a community. They don't try to fit in the country. They don't try to learn the culture of the
And
country.
they are so ignorant sometimes about the laws.
Yes,
And
yes.
At the end of the day, when they get into trouble, they'll be like, we didn't know.
Exactly.
But did you get the time to learn
Exactly.
the culture? Did you get the time to learn the language? This is the most important thing. You're here for 4 years, you know? You have to at least learn how to say good morning, thank you, where are you going,
You
my
know
name
what?
is, you know?
You know what?
I've known.
I'm going to take it further. Don't learn the local language. Don't. What is the language of the medium? What is the language of the education system? English. I know some student graduated and they don't speak proper English. And I'm like, how the hell did you graduate? How did you present your final project? What's going on? And I mean, that's just like nuts. So, yeah,
So, yeah.
because they fit to their communities and that's it.
So they're all comfortable. They
Yes.
didn't go
Comfortable.
through what we went
Comfortable, exactly.
trying. But
You and me try to fit as much as possible. We try to learn the language, we try to learn the rules, we try to open businesses in here and stuff. I don't see a lot of people doing it.
most of them are comfortable. Remember, it's all about the situation. Most of them come from
Comfortable backgrounds.
their backgrounds, and some of them even don't go to school. They just come to be present at
Chill.
the end of the year. It's like 4-year holiday, man. Chilling with your friends,
Yeah.
all this kind of. I don't blame them, bro, because some of them they come from sorry to say, strict backgrounds. They are not allowed to drink. They are not allowed to be out at night. They are not allowed to smoke. They are not
And
allowed
that's-
to
And that's
do a
when
lot of things. So now, if you take that kind of human being and throw them out,
it's like a prisoner and you let go of him.
Yeah,
It's,
it's
that's
like-
that's what I call geographic religion.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
That's
Yeah.
a term I don't remember whether I came up with it or it exists. A geographic religion, because your religion stays back at home, and you know what? Let me not call it religion. Let me call it rules. Geographic rules. What's wrong in your country is right in other countries. That's just wrong to begin with.
It's not, guys. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I would say it was my turning point in life.
Did you think it would be better
that,
or
not
worse?
not uni. I needed this in my life. I needed to experience this.
Shapes you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shaped me in a way, and bro, I wouldn't take back this opportunity, you know?
I got asked the other day if you can go back in time, would you go to university?
Yes.
Maybe. If I go to university, it's going to be some major I would study just for fun, like psychology, for example. It helps me with my day-to-day life.
Yes, can I say something on that note? The problem is, most people, as you said in the pilot episode, they are on pilot mode.
Yes. Go with the flow.
Yeah, they're on pilot. They're on autopilot the whole time, from first day in class until they get their degree. If you ask them, bro, what did you learn in uni? What are your give and takes?
Nothing.
The guy's still the same as he was. They don't go to school to learn.
No.
And most of them, they just want a diploma. My parents said I should be a doctor. This
Yeah.
is my...
What is your advice for students now in this place we are in?
Okay, before you even go to uni,
Yes.
I would advise people to, number one, take some time. Don't rush to go to uni. There's a lot of time in the world.
Yeah.
Try and discover yourself, what you like doing, your hobby. Okay?
Like, would you suggest like a year off between high school and
6
university?
months, 1 year. It
6
depends on the person, bro. This is depends
And the
on
financial
person,
situation,
yeah.
of course.
And you already know what you like. For example, let's say you like cars,
You go for
For
something
cars.
related to cars.
something related to cars. You like planes, go for that. You like marketing, you like social media,
Can
all
I
these
tell
kind
you
of things.
something? My logic is kind of different from this.
Okay.
You like cars, don't go for cars. Go for something else. Why? Because you like cars. And if you like something, you're going to go for it as a hobby. And hobby turns into a business if you like put dedication in it. So go for something extra. For example, my wife would always tell me, why don't you learn coding? Why don't you learn something about software engineering and this kind of things? I feel like you're kind of interested into technology and stuff. And she was like, go for some online university. And I told her, no, for me, this is something I'm interested in. Once it turns into an education that I'm not interested in, because there is going to be exams, there are going to be homeworks, whatever, I'm going to lose interest in this major.
As I mentioned to you, like I started doing like different businesses.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Just for the extra
And
thing,
that-
just to strengthen
And that
what
is
I already,
that is a valid point. Like,
you know, just to strengthen what I already know.
yeah.
Just to cement it and say, okay, when I'm gonna do it, I'll do it professionally. It's good, you know. But because I see some businesses, they die it's not because the guy doesn't know or the guy doesn't have, there are a lot of strategies, there are a lot of calculations, there's a lot of things that without that information, they might be to you very simple and say, you might overlook it. But then that thing that you're overlooking is your downfall.
Yeah, like a smaller example, a musician friend of mine, the guy is very talented, amazing voice, he plays a few instruments. And whenever I ask him, like, why don't you take it further? Why don't you take it professionally? He says, I'm a musician, I'm not a businessman. I don't know how to take it further.
Just for example, I'll give another nice example about us. We have a morning routine. Okay?
Ritual.
A ritual.
Yes.
Yeah. By 8 o'clock we meet. We do what we have to do. We talk about this and that. We have a cup of coffee. Now we've turned it into what? A podcast.
Yes.
We've got viewers. We're going to share these topics. We're going to share some views with them as well. And now it's more professional because it's a podcast. It's still the same. We used to talk by ourselves.
Exactly. We talk about the same thing.
Yeah. So we're just continuing. Yeah. That's why we don't have scripts. We just have a topic.
Exactly.
And
I like one thing, to be honest. What makes a difference? This is something I'm gonna give you credit for, and I'm gonna give myself credit for as well. If I tell you, bro, I think you're wrong, I think you genuinely listen. And the other day we were in the car and I was talking about something and I told you, I just like what you said. And you were like, oh, bro, you really listen to what I say? I'm like, yes, bro, I really listen to what you say. So we kind of accept criticism regardless to our emotions and how we feel. So yeah, that's beneficial for both of us.
Yeah,
I love you, bro. No homo. I love you, bro. Genuinely. I love you, bro. I love everyone. Today I'm gonna text everyone and be like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Okay, so
my wife, I love you. I want to go back home. I want to sleep at home. I don't want to forget to tell you I love you. I love you. See? Sometimes she tells me, you always tell Sammy, I love you, I love you, I love you. Why don't you tell me I love you? And I'm like, because I feel it. I don't have to mention it. She was like, no, you have to mention it sometimes, So, yeah, I love you. So,
yeah. Anyway, I've said what your give and takes. What would you say to the new students?
Look.
Because honestly speaking, don't underestimate the power of meditation. When I say people should take time, during transitions, let's say from high school or from whatever program they are doing to come there, they have to give a lot of thought to it.
Yes, please.
A lot of thought. This is really, really important, This advice is not only for students. This is for the parents. Us. Now we are the parents now.
Exactly.
Now at least we've seen, But it changes generation to generation,
Can I bring up something personal?
Okay.
When I went to the university, my father's decision was dentistry or civil engineering, because back then Saudi was the biggest field for dentistry and civil engineering. And
I think it still is, even now, because I see most.
Not really.
Really?
This is the mentality.
Because when I ask someone, what are you studying? They'll be like medicine or dentistry or civil engineering. And then I ask you, where are you from? I'm from Palestine, but I stay in Saudi.
See, this is the what we talked about in the first episode, the European or the Middle East mentality. Yeah. You have to be a doctor or an engineer. Other than that, you're a failure. The problem is, for example, yes, back in the day, Saudi needed, let's say, 1,000 civil engineers.
Yeah.
How many went to civil engineering and how many graduated? 10,000. So yeah, now 1,000 civil engineers got employed, and now 9,900, or my math skills suck, 9,000 people.
That's so bad for you. See,
a civil engineer. That's why I don't work as a civil engineer. So yeah, what are they doing? Doing something not related to civil engineering. But I don't want to go deeper into the topic. My point is, when I told my father, you know what? No, I don't want that. I want this. I want that, because I believe by the time I graduate, this field is going to be famous. No, he said, no, we need civil engineer for the next fucking 100 years. No, bro, you didn't need civil engineers for the next 100 years. You barely need it for the next 3 years. So, parents, please, listen to your kids. Listen to their wishes. Listen to their ideas. Because as you said in the previous episode, time is moving too fast, technology is coming to light, things are like changing almost on a daily basis. So now it's up to this generation to decide what they want in life. And now they're like catching up with technology. I mean, my 1-year-old, even though I try my best to not expose him to TV, I see him flipping my hand, putting the remote control right in my hand. And he's 1-year-old. This generation is catching up. And they are really smart. You just need to redirect them, but not decide on their behalf. So listen to them. Listen to their suggestion. That's number one. Number two, I know I'm talking too much, but just to end it in here. A problem with the university that I've noticed, not just in the place we are in, back when I was in Malaysia, I stayed in Malaysia for like almost 2 years.
Okay.
Back then as well, the university was taken but not given back, private universities. Back then, thanks to the public transportation in Malaysia, students did not face that issue unless they were like living in remote places. The university was taking 20,000 students but given buses to like 200 students.
What?
Same goes in here. You'll see Noah's Ark in the street, and there's like people stacked in it. And I'm like, university, you're making millions, if not billion. Why the hell don't you bring more buses? No, they don't want to give. They have a lot of places, a lot of facilities to employ students, to use students. What do? They don't do that. Or if they do that, how much salaries are they giving students? Slim to none. And I'm going to call out university for this. Back in Malaysia, they did it. In here, they're doing it. This is 100% wrong. And I don't like it. You know what I mean. This is wrong. I mean, I went for university and I worked with universities and I did many things and I know it for a fact. This is not okay. So, as I said, for universities, that's mainly business. I don't like that.
So you think they should give back to the...
Yes, it's give and take.
Okay.
You just give back. I mean, where we are right now, remember when Corona hit?
Yes.
That's when people believe that students are the main pillar of the whole country, the economy. Because where we are and any place, any country that a lot of students are going and coming, whether it is here, whether it is Turkey, whether it is Malaysia, whether it is any country, bro, students are using everything. Everything functions on students, whether it is a restaurant, whether it is a coffee shop, whether it is whatever it is.
That's true.
So
yeah.
You're benefiting that much from the students. I mean, please, for God's sake, give back. Give benefits. Give something. I mean, students don't feel safe. The students feel they're being ripped off all the time, whether it is from university, whether it is from recruiters, whether from real estate, whether from house owners. They're increasing the rent like crazy. Students is just a target at this point. So here is my opinion, and I don't give a shit what happens later on.
Thank you for your insight, Mr.
Thank you.
Abdulrahman. So now...
I told you it is a trigger for me. To be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, there was a guest that I should have invited. She was working in one university, and I believe she would have a great input in a professional way, not like me. I should have brought her, but we're going to bring her anyway. Maybe not the same topic, but we might interact with the same topic. But for now, my friend, we are inviting you.
And yes, you, my friend, we're inviting you to our next episode of the Diverse Brew.
We're inviting you to join us at the Diverse Brew to enjoy a cup of coffee.
And have a little chit-chat about all these random things we talk about.
And a topic of your choice.
Yes. Looking forward to seeing you.
Adios.